What's up, guys and gals? I hope you're ready to just vibe. This is a vibing video where I'm already jumping into it. But I'm just gonna play 2048, no shenanigans, definitely no weird things will happen in this video. But yeah, we're just here to, vibe, listen to some music, and play this game. So I've always had this idea of maybe for like a podcasty sort of thing, or just a fun video, would be to play a game and have the video end when I finish or lose that challenge or that game. So I guess this is a pilot for that sort of idea, and we're starting off with 2048. Now, why did I start at this one? Quite simply, it is because I am so good at it. No, there's this Google Chrome extension where you can competitively play 2048, and I at one point was the second or third highest player on the leaderboard. I am not anymore, mostly because I stopped playing, mostly because you eventually just get harder and harder opponents, and the wait time is like 30 minutes to like start a game sometimes, and I just don't care to beat a guy 3 times in a row and then play him and lose 4 times in a row and basically move nowhere on the leaderboard. But yeah, this is a fun game. I wish I could give you pointers, but you just slide the titles and try to make them go bigger. It's all you do. I mean, it's like quick risk assessment. I've mostly got it down to like muscle memory and just why did I start playing this game? I started playing it as a way to cure boredom, cure insomnia. Yeah, basically when watching YouTube videos or like a movie or something, I feel like I don't have anything to do with my hands, so I either need to be snacking on something, like, or I found this as a quick and easy solution, because it can be kind of mindless sometimes, just move the 2 fingers. But yeah, if you were hoping for advice on this game, I don't have any for you. Just watch me go fast. Let's see how far we can go. Because we're clearly just vibing here. But yeah, I know some people, they use like the WASD keys and like the arrow keys, and they like pound them like furiously in the beginning so they can get a tough one. Because that's the challenging part about the competitive scene. Is that you're either a long distance or a short distance player, and that either you just try to mash as fast as possible and hope that to time out your opponent after you jump out to a huge lead, or you can be an endurance and try to go as long without screwing up. I would consider myself a hybrid player. I try to go decently fast in the beginning, and then eventually, though I'm kind of nice to people. If I notice that they can't match my speed, maybe they're not playing on like keyboard. Because the wait times for this game are so long, I do try to maybe slow down the pace of the game so we can both enjoy ourselves and actually have a challenge. But yeah, this video is just relax. We're just vibing, and I'm just gonna keep saying that again and again and again. Ooh, I got something for you. Okay. I'm loose. I'm vibing, guys. I'm vibing. So for some reason I thought that just commentary on the gameplay would not be interesting enough to fill the whole video. I wonder why. So I did decide to take to Twitter and put out a little bit of a Q&A. Just randomly was like, hey, if I did a Q&A, like, what questions would you guys ask? And I got a couple of those, so I will answer them sporadically through this video. I will record them separate from my gameplay commentary. So even the gameplay and the gameplay commentary are also being recorded separately. So, you know, I'll be after. I know how many minutes I have to film, unfortunately. No, it's good. It's gonna be a long, fun video. Alright. The first question I have is from Jonah Hunt. Cool guy. Who asks, How has your day been? It's been good. It's been swell. I think both when I first received this question and now me answering it on a completely different day, it's been well. I'm doing well. You know, pandemic things. And as you can see here, that is what we call a victory royale. But we're gonna keep going. I know getting 2048 is child's play. It's easy. But this is not, you know, this doesn't end when I win. This ends when I lose. So we still got some time here. But hopefully if you made it this far to at least watch me do the bare minimum, I hope you're just vibing. I hope you're having a good time. I'm gonna keep answering questions, and yeah, you can just relax, have a good one, because why not? Things have been chill. I would like to be more productive, but soon we will get there. No, I definitely do enjoy these little Twitter moments. Like the fact that you asked me a question made my day better, because I like Twitter. Usually you interact with like the same people, like here and there. Like some of these people I'm like, oh yes, thank you for helping me out by asking a question. But it's always those people that you forget kind of follow you, and when they like spur of the moment just pop up and acknowledge you, it's like, oh yeah, you're here as well and willing to engage, and you read. Because if you don't like some people, I'm sure somebody out there reads the post but don't like them. I kind of forget that happens. So I'm aware that the people who like the posts or like the tweets all the time, but some people are just passively following, and it's cool when the passive people come out of the shadows and remind you that they exist. Next question, and this is what I probably have to talk about. Oh no, I'm such a fraud. This one comes from Rokie? I want to say Rokie, but it could be Rokie. I'm gonna call you Rokie, and I'm sincerest apologies if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. How do I petition for more kitty pics? And this one goes hand in hand with Shoujo of Shoujo Thoughts, who also asked, I would ask you to tell us about the cat I saw in that picture. These are alluding to, for April Fools, on the April 1st, I made a post doing a face reveal, which, you know, was definitely out of left field for me, considering, you know, not even my avatar gets to have a face. So maybe in real life I don't have one as well. That's something to consider. So I thought it'd be fun to just tease people with that. So I made a thumbnail, which hopefully I'll remember to edit in and show for context. That showed my face, and in showing my face, I had my cat in the picture. Unfortunately, the truth will come out that that is not a picture of me. Therefore, that is not my cat. No, obviously, the post ended with a rickroll, kind of retconning. Even though I wrote very seriously, the post itself, to make it believable, is me waxing philosophy on, why I conceal my identity for the sake of content and for a little bit of like privacy to be able to disconnect from the YouTube WordPress blogging and just living a regular life. I guess it's you can't put toothpaste back in the jar, so I decided to start with the toothpaste in the toothpaste tube. Yeah, it's like once you put your face out there, you can't untake your face out there, but once you keep it a secret, I now have the option to do so if I so desire. And I'm not opposed to it. I don't have the right setup and stuff, and I do kind of like the mystery and the every man, persona of being like a faceless entity. That said, that is actually a picture of Twitch streamer, YouTuber Scott Jund, who is a cool guy who I've watched on occasion here or there. So yeah, definitely check him out. I don't know how frequent his cat appears in his content, but yeah, that's just it was on his Twitter. I was looking for streamers, and unfortunately, if you just look for streamers on Google, usually the big ones come up, and I wanted one that had a somewhat believable setup, because some people are aware that I have like a blue like Yeti mic, and I feel like I could give off a Scott Jund vibe. Like, it's close enough in appearance that if for a split second in your excitement you take the bait of the clickbait, then you could definitely believe that is a picture of me. I'm sorry to mislead and disappoint. That said though, I do have cats. Not very photogenic cats, but I do have them. So I realized the day of recording this, I don't have any pictures of my cats really. So I went to go take them, and they were not wanting to be taken pictures of, to say the least. Yeah, but yeah, I have my mom recently took in some stray cats that now I'm looking after basically, and it's nice. It was nice to do a nice gesture, like at the start of COVID, under the impression that it was a 2-week thing, which, just like the pandemic only lasting 2 weeks, these cats have been here for 2 weeks, if you know what I mean. Oh boy. But yeah, I will show you some pictures that one of them had kittens a while ago, and the kittens are also not very photogenic, but I do have one of them there. So sorry for no more of Scott Jund's cats, but hopefully my cats will suffice your need for cute kittens. Hopefully. Please call them cute. You will hurt their feelings if you do not. Alright, it's time for another question. Scott asks, what resource would you suggest as a way to start getting into video editing, and or what program is a good starting tool? Excuse me. I mean, good question. It really depends on what you want to do exactly. And I mean, I haven't tried everything. There's a lot of good websites and stuff, like PC Mag, that usually compares a lot of like software and stuff. But that said, I am really fond of Photo POS 3 for photo editing, and Lightworks for video editing. Now, I particularly in school learned Adobe products, so Adobe Premiere, like Illustrator, like Photoshop. So I kind of wanted something as close to like that interface and like workflow as possible, and I believe that's what Photo POS and Lightworks are. Like they seem to have like the similar tools and like similar like feel to them. I've heard good things about DaVinci and like maybe I should check out DaVinci. But I heard a lot of it is like it originated as like a color correction thing, and while I do know how to color correct, obviously, with like the photo editing and through like learning things in school, but since I'm not like using like video recordings a lot of the time, it's usually like actual like clips from things or like just images. I feel like it wouldn't be worth. But yeah, Photo POS, it has all the bells and whistles. It has like a 64-bit, 32-bit. So if you really want to just start with like the beginner easy like photo editing stuff, like that's there. But it has all the tools. I'm really fond of like selection tools. Like that's the thing that like Adobe has that like some other editors like GIMP doesn't have. But it has lasso tools, it has like magic selection tools, it has like auto selection tools, like and that's where it like really becomes important. And then Lightworks, disadvantage is like on the free version, like you can only export to like 720, as well as like some clunkiness, but I have just updated it. This is gonna be the first video I edit with the update. But yeah, it used to be a little clunky here and there, but now it's looking really polished and nice. And this is the editor I recommended to John Spencer Reviews. Maybe I'll remember to edit in a picture just to remind you who that is. Who's working on his video currently, so I'm sure as someone who hasn't been working with Lightworks for a year, can give you a good statement on whether he likes it or not as like a beginner. It also offers, now that's Photo POS. Photo POS, every time you open it up, it offers like a tutorial. So like if you don't know where to begin, like just open it up, and I believe it has like a website for that. Lightworks also, almost every video editor nowadays has some guy on YouTube telling you all the bells and whistles, but yeah, it's just the effects. Like you just apply the effects easily. It's color correcting everything. It's like a slide model, so it's everything I need personally. There we go. There it is.
Oh baby, a triple! Oh yeah!
Plugging and chugging along. Things are looking nice, if I do say so myself. Things are still I'm impressed I have not screwed up, though I am going way slower and way more patient and actually thinking things out more than I usually do. Usually, unless I have like a huge I usually wouldn't play this slow until I have like a 4096, and sometimes by the time you get there you've already put yourself behind the hole. But now this run is going pretty good, and we are almost to the 8,000 block, as long as I don't screw things up. A lot of it's just allocating space, like not forcing your, just because, at least for me, it's the 4 blocks. It's the 4 spawns that always get me. So you want to have enough where a 4 can spawn and not completely ruin your run. And question, what's the next question? What's the question? Let's see, let's finish Shoujo's question. I would also ask you what your favorite color is. That's a good question. I think I have determined that my favorite color is cobalt blue. Yeah, blue is all about being dependable and trustworthy. In like color psychology, you know, it's like that, like Colt's blue. It looks nice. I like it. Red also, I just like, you know, a bright red. Very, very striking. It's one of like the most like sensory like colors. But in terms of like, I guess, fashion, like I wear black because I'm goth or edgy or something. But yeah, I mean, all my blood colors, like, those are the ones I kind of tend to like. And then I guess to finish Shoujo's questions, and for information about your favorite tree. Is that something that people have? I mean, I grew up in Arizona, which is not particularly known for its fruitful vegetation. I think I could get away with calling a cactus a tree? No. I think I would say oak, just because they're sturdy, dependable, and rather large. But I have no big opinion on trees. We actually have palm trees here, which I guess is unique. And I mean, they look nice. What else? What other trees are there? Sakura trees from like Japan, I think look gorgeous. I don't think that's an uncommon opinion. Pine trees are also nice. They're a little pointy, a little too sharp, but they smell nice. Who doesn't like a nice smelling tree? Except for, I think when they get like old, then they don't smell nice. And you gotta, you gotta get rid of it. But yeah, I mean, why discriminate against trees? They just produce oxygen, and last time I checked, they're not really harming anyone. So you can't go wrong with any favorite tree as far as I'm concerned. At least, you know, I got the lo-fi for the good vibes, but I probably make people so anxious playing this game. Because, you know, nobody wants to, you know, see the run end. And I occasionally will just start playing like a maniac. Or you can definitely see I just start twitching the fingers, and when I know where I want to go, then I go. Alright, on to another question. I'm running out of questions and I'm nervous because that means I'm gonna have to talk about the game or random nonsense. Pinkie asks, I know K isn't the letter of your first name, so why did you choose the letter K? It just reminds me of, if you ever seen, it's a Ugandan news report, where they brought in like the gay rights activist, and the guy just goes, why are you gay? She just goes, who says I'm gay? He just goes, you are gay. So, like, who says I'm not gay? Who says? Because I mean, I've kind of framed it where I feel like I've tried to plant that seed of doubt in people that actually it's not based off my name, but yeah, it is actually the first letter of my name, and it's a pretty significant letter in my name. Not to say that like every letter I guess is significant in some sense of the form, but I feel like the K in my name is special, as it makes it unique. Not to spoil too much. Not to ruin the surprise. But I mean, that said, why did I choose K? Well, it's rather simple, because K to me is kind of like an internet personality. I get, like, you know, that's your nickname persona, and I don't know, I feel like when it comes to like YouTubers and other like online things, a lot of them just ended up having like a 1 syllable, 2 syllable like nickname. Like, I don't, like if you think of, I don't know, like if you think of like Let's Players, it's like you have Markiplier, long name, but everyone calls him Mark. You know, PewDiePie, Pewds, like Jack. It's just simple naming conventions. You'll remember K because you only have to remember 1 letter, and if you don't, you're just lazy, and I don't want you here. That might be a little harsh. No, I want you here. Please stay. But yeah, it's just, so it was kind of me wanting to kind of dictate that that if you go by K, everyone's just gonna call you K. That's simple, easy, short, and you know, I don't have to worry about what people will end up calling me when they shorten or abbreviate my thing. And then at the movies, because I'm a movie blog, it's usually good just to let people know what you do, even if I do sidetrack from that. Though I'm kind of making a short 2048 movie right now, so even though this video is not your regularly scheduled programming, you can pretend it's a movie. But yeah, K is my name, movies is my game. God damn. Yeah, and I just wanted a short little thing. And I mean, if you think of the bloggers that you follow or around, most of them have a 1 or 2 syllable nickname. So it wasn't wrong thinking, you know, John, Scott, Moya, Pinkie, Zenith, like Taku, like who, like if you really think about it, most people shorten it to like 1 or 2 syllables. So it was just a way to kind of dictate that to work how I wanted it to work. Plus, I think the K in my name is special for whatever that means to you. And it's also just, I feel like it's a recognizable letter. It's got like a unique shape to it. Yeah, you can't go wrong with K. We're doing it. And we still have plenty of room and blocks to really work with. So this, wow, we're still going. Hopefully you're enjoying the video. I'm sure most people did not make it this far to share in the riches of an 8,192 block. But if you're here right now, good, thanks. Hope you're enjoying the vibes, the questions, and the riveting gameplay. And then the final question is from Moya, who asks, favorite name from the K calendar? So, to explain to the uninformed, what is the K calendar exactly? Well, I'm glad you asked. That is on Twitter. I got Shoujo and quite a few people trying to... I guess they're trying to figure out what my actual name is. It could just be K. Maybe I am just named K last middle name, last name. Nobody ever figures that. That's the truth. But that said, they made a calendar of which name I am on specific days, which is a very interesting solution to the problem. I guess you really could say modern problems need modern solutions. So I will take a look-see at the K calendar, and there's five names, and I guess I haven't really given my opinion on these names, and I don't want to invalidate them as being wrong or right. Because, you know, K can stand for whatever you want. K could stand for kumquat. I don't know. So the first one we have here is Kyle. I have nothing against Kyle. Kyle's kind of a plain, normal guy name. You know, it's Kyle. You know, there's been Kyles across media. I'm sure you've met a Kyle. I very well could be Kyle. Something to think about, maybe. Yeah, I have no... Kyle's like a 8 out of 10 name. Like, no problems with Kyle. Klein. Yeah. Klein's a cool name. I knew a guy named Klein. I mean, it was technically his last name, and we called him that because there was 2 people in like the same club / like work thing. So just to clear confusion. Spelled differently though. Klein. It sounds very Scandinavian to me for some reason, or like German. Like it seems European. Which isn't a complaint. Yeah. I'll give Klein like a 7 or 8 out of 10. I have nothing against it. It could be my name. Kevin. Call me Kevin. Yeah, Kevin, very powerful. I mean, I grew up with the same initials as Kevin Garnett, so it was cool being KG while KG was, you know, dominating the rebounds in the NBA. Kevin's pretty consistently cool. I mean, whether you leave him home alone or he's that generic jerk bully character in your cartoon, you can't go wrong with a Kevin. Yeah, Kevin, and it's, I don't know, it's red on the calendar. Obviously, I like how the calendar is not evenly distributed too. It is a lot of it's just blue and red, and then like occasional days you get to be Kyle, occasionally you get to be Kenneth. Yeah, Kevin's a baller name. Kevin's a 9 for me. Kenneth. Yeah, John Spencer has a friend named Kenny, so I feel like if I was named Kenneth or Kenny, I clearly would have gotten confused and exposed myself by just going, huh? What? Way too many times. Kenneth sounds very formal. It sounds like, you know, it sounds like your mother scolding you and calling you by your full name. Like usually you're Ken or Kenny or Neth, but yeah, Kenneth sounds very formal, very proper. Can't go wrong with it. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. And the final name that made the list is Crystal. I think Crystal is a fine name. It comes across more feminine to me. I feel like, you know, you would name a girl Crystal. I don't know many guys named Crystal. I don't think. I could be wrong. But yeah, it's a very pretty name. I like how it's spelled, like the R-Y. Crystal. Yeah. Again, I think you can't go wrong with any more names. I just think, you know, there's a lot of names not on the list. There's a lot of K names out there, and, you know, maybe there should be more on the I don't mean to complain. That sounds, I mean, thank you guys a lot for bestowing me a different name based off the calendar day it is. I think that was very cool. But yeah, maybe in the future, maybe there should be some patches or some updates, and we should put some more names on there. I'm sure you guys can come up with many more possibilities, and that'll be more fun. Might be harder to keep track of. I already don't know what I'm supposed to be on what given day, but I think it'll be more fun when I keep forgetting more names. Oh my god, we are just still going, and honestly, I wonder if it's been a while. When I conceptualized this, it was a neat challenge because okay, oh my god. That has to be such a frustrating way for me to hiccup. I just started going too fast and I didn't realize I trapped myself. I had to bring it down. Luckily, it was only the 1024, but we're kind of in a not good spot right now. We are on red alert. Things could go down really fast. As that 1024 really does limit us, and that has to be so frustrating if you were watching for the gameplay. I just take my eye off of the ball and I screwed up so bad. Oh, I freaked it so hard. We can, okay, maybe we can recover. Don't worry guys, maybe we can. It's starting to look like the beginning of the end after that one though. As you can see, I'm also doing the worst thing now. I'm being really indecisive. I don't know if I want to go with making my biggest block bigger in that 256, or if I want to use the space on the right half of the board, which will give me more playing room. I'm thinking more using the right space, but either path is really risky. It's going to be really hard to make 1,000 block out of that 256 with no room. Maybe if I could clean some room by pushing some things together, but I'm sorry. I screwed it up so bad. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this journey, and as I was saying before, I freaked it. When I was coming up with the concept of this video, it was more just an editing challenge to see how compelling and interesting I could make, you know, just a simple game of 2048, as well as it just being an excuse to just talk on the mic and, you know, converse, vibe. So hopefully maybe I did a decent enough job. If any of you are still there, of course. Very well, everyone hopped off after minute like 10, as maybe they should have. We can maybe unfreak this. All we have to do is just get the 1048, make it a 248, and get it up to the top row on a 2 in like the left vertical. but it covered the 1892 up, which is not good. It's we can work with this. We can work with this. Again, now we have the 512 block. We just need to somehow just keep extending. And oh no. No, this is the end. I don't want it to end, guys, but unfortunately that will do it. Thank you for joining me. This has been quite a journey. We have reached an end. So goodbye. Good night.